There are many ways to make a website more compelling for users. Most users would rather feel that they are interacting with a website rather than passively reading information. Adding media objects such as rollover images, behaviors, flash video, flash movies, and sound provides more interest than static text and images. You decide to add more interactivity to the Striped Umbrella website. You begin by exploring various options available to you as a designer. Unit 8 Objectives. Understanding flash objects. Add flash objects. Add behaviors. Edit behaviors. Add rollover images. Add video. Add sound. And update files. Open your Dreamweaver Striped Umbrella project. Once that is open, please make sure your site is set up to the correct location. Take your mouse, go up to the menu that says Site, slide down to Manage Sites, and click. Double-click your Striped Umbrella, and make sure the local site goes to your Z drive in your Striped Umbrella folder. Be sure to click Save. Done, and you're back to your index file. Adding flash objects. Flash is a program that allows you to create low bandwidth, high quality animations and interactive elements called flash movies that you can place on your websites. Low bandwidth animations are animations that don't require a fast connection to work properly. These animations use a series of vector-based graphics to create short movies that download quickly. Vector-based graphics are scalable graphics that are built using mathematical formulas rather than pixels. When you use the Insert panel to add the flash content to a web page, the code that links and runs the content is embedded into that page code. Thus, the presence of Flash Player can be identified by the computer, which will then provide a prompt to the user to download the player if it is not detected. The original Flash file is stored as a separate file in the local site root folder. Flash movies have the .swf file extension. The cafe logo displayed at the top of the cafe page is an attractive image. However, an animated logo would add movement and more interest to the page. You decide to replace the current logo with the Flash movie. Step 1. Start Dreamweaver. Switch to Design View if necessary. Then open the cafe page in the Striped Umbrella website. Then place the insertion point in the sidebar to the left of the word reservations. You will insert a flash movie above the reservations sentence. Click the Media button list arrow in the Common category on the Insert panel and then click SWF. Navigate to the drive and folder where you store your Unit H data files. Click Crab Dance SWF and click OK. The file is outside the root folder. Yes, you need to copy the file there now. The movie is copied and saved in the local site folder of the Striped Umbrella website. An object tag Accessibility's attributes box opens. This is where you add a tile for the screen readers. We're going to type cafe logo animation in the title text box and click OK. Click OK. With the placeholder selected, click the play button in the Property Inspector and then click Stop. Click Play. Notice the crab dancing in the left-hand corner. Click Stop. Click the Loop checkbox to deselect it. Save your work, then click OK to close the Copy Dependents File dialog box. Save your work. Click OK. Click the Switch Design View to Live View button. Then compare your screen to the figure H-3. Close the Live button. Adding behaviors. You can make your web pages come alive by adding interactive elements such as special effects to them. These special effects are called actions. For example, you could attach an action to an image that would result in a descriptive drop-down message when the mouse is rolled over. You add actions to elements by attaching behaviors to them. Behaviors are sets of instructions that tell the page element to respond in a specific way when an event occurs, such as when the mouse pointer is positioned over the element. When you attach a behavior to an element, Dreamweaver generates the Java code for the behavior and inserts it into your page code. The Striped Umbrella staff would like guests to know ahead of time that feeding the birds and other wildlife around the property is prohibited. You decide to add an action to the Activities page that will automatically open a new browser window with a related message. Open the file dwh_1.html from the drive and folder where you store your Unit H data files. Open. It's not here. You have to navigate back. DWH-1. Save the DWH1 HTML file to the local root folder as wildlife_message.html without updating links. Close the DWH_1 and the wildlife message.html. File, save as, Again, change it from DWH1 to wildlifemessage.html. No need to add the .html as it defaults to the HTML extension. Update links? No. Close the DWH1 file. Open the activity page. Select the family _ sunset image on the activity page. Click Window on the menu bar. Click Behaviors. The Tag Inspector panel opens with the Behaviors tag selected, right here on the right. With the Family Sunset image selected, any action that is selected will apply to this image. Click the Add Behavior button on the Behaviors panel toolbar. Choose Open Browser Window. The Open Browser Window dialog box opens. This is where you will select the file to be opened, the window size, and the other options. The name of the event is OnClick. Once an action is selected, the name of the event will appear by default in the left column of the behaviors. With the Open Browser Window dialog box open, click Browse next to the URL to display text box to open the text Select File dialog box. Navigate to the local root site folder if necessary, and then double-click wildlifemessage.html. Click Open. You identify the location of where the message resides. The message will display when the Family Sunset image is clicked on. Type 300 in the window with text box, and then type 300 in the window height. 300, window height, 300. Type message in the window name text box. Message. And then click OK. Save your work. Activities, File, Save. Preview the page in your browser. And there's our pop-up. You can use the Behaviors panel to add and insert a variety of JavaScript-based behaviors on a page. For instance, you can automate tasks, respond to user selections and mouse movements with drop-down messages, create games, go to different URLs, or add automatic dynamic effects to a web page. To insert a behavior, click the Add Behavior button on the Behaviors panel to open the Actions menu. Then click an action from the menu. Actions are triggered by events. For instance, if you want the user to see a page element, slide across the page when the element is clicked. You would attach the slide action using the onClick event to trigger the action. Other examples of events are onMouseOver and onLoad. The onMouseOver event will trigger an action when the mouse is placed over an object. The onLoad event will trigger an action when the page is first loaded in the browser window. Editing behaviors. Once a behavior has been added to a web page or a page object, it is easy to modify the action or event by using the Behaviors panel. To change an event, click the left column in the Behaviors panel to display the list of events. Then choose the event you would like to use. To change the action, click the right column to display the list of actions. Then choose the action you would like to use. You can edit an existing browser, an existing behavior by clicking the right column of the existing behavior, then clicking the Edit Behavior. The current browser window that displays the wildlife message is too large. You want to resize the window so it will fit the message better. You would also prefer that the event for this behavior opens a new window when the mouse is simply placed over the image rather than clicked. You decide to use the Behaviors panel to make the necessary adjustments to the page. Again, check to see if the family sunset image is selected, and then click the Behavior button and go to Open Browser Window. We need to change the dimensions, the window height to 245. Click OK to save your changes. Preview it in your browser. Yes. It appears. Closing out. Back to Dreamweaver. We're now going to change it from on click to on mouse over. In the Behaviors panel, we're going to click the events list, and then we're going to choose on mouse over. So over here, this is the Behaviors panel. I'm going to change from on mouse click to on mouse over. We're going to save our work. And we'll preview this in our browser. When I mouse over the picture, up comes the message. Adding rollover images. A rollover image is an image that changes its appearance when the mouse pointer is placed over it in a browser. A rollover image can actually consist of two images. The first image is the one that displays when the mouse pointer is not positioned over it. The second image is one that displayed when the mouse is positioned over it. Rollover images are often used to help create a feeling of action and interest on a web page. When a rollover image is inserted into a web page, Dreamweaver automatically adds two behaviors, a swap image behavior and a swap image restore behavior. A swap image behavior is JavaScript code that directs the browser to display a different image when the mouse is rolled over an image on that page. A swap image restore behavior restores the swapped image back to the original image when the mouse is moved away from the image. You have a photograph of a dolphin that would be perfect on the activities page. To add some interactivity to the page, you decide to include a photograph as a rollover image for the current image of the two dolphins. Select the image of the two dolphins and then delete it. Click and delete. Okay. Now click the Images list arrow in the Common Groups on the Insert panel and click Rollover Image. Click Images and then click Rollover Image. Okay. The Insert Rollover Image dialog box opens. This is where you specify the name of the image and link to the images you will use for both the original image and the rollover image. Type dolphins in the image name text box. Click Browse Next to the original image text. Click Browse. Browse to the drive and folder where you store your Unit H data files. Back to my Z. Back to my Adobe folder. Dreamweaver. Went too far. There it is. Unit H. Assets. And we're looking for one dolphin. One dolphin. And OK. Yes, we wanted to copy it. Go to Rollover Image text box. Click Browse. We're now looking for two dolphins. Correct folder. Two dolphins. We can just double click it. Yes. You specify the name and location for the rollover image. The rollover image is the image that displays in the browser window when the mouse rolls over the original image. This version of the two dolphins image is different size from your original file. Save. Type dolphins riding the surf in the alternate text box. Be sure this is checked, the preload rolled over image. Then click OK. Select the image and then apply the image right float rule to it. So come down to Class, Image Right Float. Save your work. Preview the page in your browser. File save. Come over to the preview in your browser. Choose your browser. Keep ignoring this. And now when you move your mouse over the dolphins, you see the swapped image. Close out of the browser. Back to your Dreamweaver document. The image is aligned to the right of the paragraph with the left margin of 10 pixels. When you point to the image, a single dolphin image is swapped with the two dolphin image. When you move away from the image, it is swapped again. Let's take a look at the code. Click the Show Design and switch to the code. This is all the JavaScript that was inserted. Go back to the design view. Adding video. Another way to add rich media content to your web pages is to insert video files. Of several available video formats, one of the most popular is the MP4 format. You can insert a video into Dreamweaver with the Insert Media Plugin command. HTML5 introduced a way to add video and the video tag. The advantage of this method is numerous. It supports video in its native formats, It is compatible in all browsers, and the video controls can be accessed with a keyboard. You can also include a code to link multiple video formats to provide access for all browsers and make your videos searchable by search engines. To add video with the video tag, you add the tags in code view. Used sparingly, video can be an effective way to add interest and depth to your web pages. The skin is a bar at the bottom of the video with the video control buttons. Every guest is given a small beach umbrella anchor as a welcome gift, which can be used to secure a beach umbrella in the sand. Since guests sometimes have trouble figuring out this procedure, you decide to add a short flash video to the About Us webpage that demonstrates the process. Using Windows Explorer, copy the file umbrella anchor video MP4 from the drive and folder where you store your Unit H data files and paste it into the Assets folder in the striped umbrella local root folder. And then close Windows Explorer. And come down to my folder, right click, File Explorer, go to my Z drive, go to my Adobe folder, my Dreamweaver data files, Unit H, Assets. We're looking for umbrella anchor video. Let's go back. It's not in the assets, it's outside the assets. Right click, copy. Now I got to put this into my striped umbrella folder. And inside the assets. Paste. Close. Back to Dreamweaver. Open the About Us page. Click to place the insertion point at the end of the last paragraph on the page. Enter a paragraph return. Click the Media List arrow in the Common category on the Insert panel. And then choose Plugin. The Select File dialog box opens. This is where you enter the name of the video. Browse to your local Assets folder and double-click Umbrella Anchor Video. Umbrella Anchor Video. Selected. Click OK. The video plugin placeholder is inserted on the page down here. Select the plugin placeholder. We're going to change the width to 220 and the H value to 200. Click the Parameters button. Click the Add button. Enter Auto Start. And click False for the value. And then click OK. The placeholder for the plugin now fits the size of the video, plus a little extra for the controls. The video will not start until the user clicks the play button. Place the insertion point to the right of the video placeholder image. Type "Visit us" at the front desk to pick up your complementary umbrella anchor. And we want to create line breaks after front desk. Press enter. And then after complementary. Now we're going to apply the image left float rule to the plug-in placeholder. Image left float. Remember, to create a line break, don't press enter. You need to press shift enter. Then click the image and then change that to, which I already did, to image left float. Now you need to select the text, and we're going to change the format to heading 3. Save your work, preview in your browser. Windows below.
Since the sand anchor comes with a handle inside, remove the handle, insert it in the slots, and begin to twist.
The video on how to put your umbrella anchor runs. If you want to stop it, just enter the stop. Adding sound. There are several ways to incorporate sound into a website. Sound files are relatively small in size and easy to add to a page. You can embed them as a background sound, embed them on a page with visible sound controls, link them to a page, or add them to a page with the new auto tags introduced in HTML5. A few auto file formats do not require a plugin to play, such as the WAV and AIF or AIFF audio interchange file formats. Files that do not require a plugin are MP3 or MPEG files, which can be played using QuickTime, Windows Media Player, or Real Player plugins. As with incorporating video, you need to incorporate sound files. You should provide more than one audio format if possible to make sure all browsers will have the format they can play. Before you decide to add a sound to a page, think about the purpose you have in mind. Will the sound add to a rich media experience for your users? What devices will your users use to play the sound? Have you tested the audio file to make sure the sound quality is excellent? You decide to add a few guest comments to the activities page. It'll be much more interesting to insert an audio file on the page rather than the printed comments. Use Windows Explorer to copy the file Interviews MP3 from the drive and folder where you store it to inside your website assets folder. Right-click, File Folder, File Explorer. I'm going to my Z drive, my Adobe folder, my Dreamweaver data files, Unit H, and I'm looking for interviews. I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to bring it to my striped umbrella folder. has to go inside the Assets folder. Paste. And minimize. On the Activities page, add a paragraph break after the last paragraph and then type, "Here are some comments from recent guests describing their favorite activities at the Striped Umbrella." We need to close Firefox, get back to Dreamweaver. We are on the About Us page. We need to go to our Activities page, which we had opened earlier. We're going to add a paragraph break after the last paragraph. That's just pressing enter. And we're going to type, "Here are some comments from recent guests describing their favorite activities at the Striped Umbrella." Add another paragraph break. Click Insert on the menu bar. Point to Media. Click Plugin. Browse to find the interview MP3 file in your website assets folder. Interviews, and OK. A plugin icon placeholder appears on the page as shown in your files. Create a rule to modify the placeholder appearance. Select the plugin placeholder. We're going to change the W value to 200, width 200, and H is 20. The plugin placeholder image is longer. Click Parameters in the Property Inspector. We're going to click the Add button. We're going to enter Auto Start. And false for the value. Click OK. Save the Activities page, preview in your browser. Then play the file. Save. Preview.
I'm here at the beautiful sands of the Striped Umbrella Beach Resort, and I'm talking to two of our guests. Young lady, would you tell us what you've enjoyed most?
And you can hear the interviews. We need to go to Code View, so we're going to close out of the browser, back to our Activities page, change to Code View, and we need to remove the End Embed tag. There it is. This makes it HTML5 validated. So save again and switch to Design View. Updating files. As your website grows, you will have additional folders and files to keep track of. It is imperative to keep your files in good order. Deleting files that are no longer needed and keeping your other files updated are important to ensure quality websites. In Unit F, you learn to run reports and to identify broken links and orphaned files. When you're using incomplete pages as placeholder pages, they will not show up as orphaned files. if they contain links from other pages. Before publishing your website to a web server, however, be sure to complete all pages. Publishing incomplete pages is considered unprofessional. You are ready to finalize the fishing and cruises pages. You need to replace the placeholder pages with completed pages so that all the pages are up to date. Open the DWH2 HTML file from the folder where you store your Unit H data files. File. Open. I need to go to my Z drive, my Dreamweaver folder, which is in my Adobe Dreamweaver Unit H, and I am opening DWH2. We want to save it as fishing.html in the Striped Umbrella local site folder, overriding the existing fishing page but not updating links. Oh, that's 3. Hold on. Open. Back. Here. Adobe. Dreamweaver. H2. Open. Okay. I want to save it as fishing.html. File. Save as. Again, navigate to your Striped Umbrella folder. Calling it fishing. Save. Overwrite. Yes. Update. No. Click the broken graphic placeholder and click the Browse for File button next to the source text box. We click it. Box. Open the Assets folder and double-click the Fisherman. I have to go back to my files, data files. I'm looking for Fisherman. There he is. Click OK. Copy it, yes. It is now in the Striped Umbrella. Make sure it's in the Assets and save. Deselect the image placeholder. Close the file DWH2. Close the fishing page. Yes. Open the DWH3 file. Open. Navigate to the data files. Open. I'm going to save this as cruises. Save to my Striped Umbrella folder. Yes. No. The page is saved, but the image link remains broken because the image has not been saved in the website. Close the DWH3. Click the broken graphic placeholder. Click the Navigate to the source box to browse for the file. In the Property Inspector, browse to where we stored our Unit H data files. That was there. Double click the boats. Save and close. Saved. If your banner is not displaying, double-click your banner, navigate to your striped umbrella folder, go to your Assets folder, find SU Banner, and click OK. And save. Incorporating Web 2.0 technology. The term Web 2.0 describes the recent evolution of web applications that facilitate and promote information sharing among Internet users. These applications not only reside on the computers, but on cell phones, in cars, on portable GPS devices, and in game devices. GPS, Global Positioning System devices, are used to track your position through a global satellite navigation system. They are regularly used for assistance with driving directions, hiking locations, and map making. Web 2.0 applications do not simply display information. They enable users to actively direct or contribute to the web page content. Web 2.0 technology could potentially transform the Striped Umbrella website from a strictly informative site to one that is interactive and fully engaging. You decide to research Web 2.0 technologies and analyze which web applications could be incorporated into the current site. RSS feeds and podcasts. RSS feeds are an easy way to share information with users. RSS stands for Really Simple Syndication. Feeds are regularly scheduled information downloads by websites to distribute news stories and information about upcoming events or announcements. Web users can subscribe to RSS feeds to receive regular releases of information from a site. Users can also download and play digitally broadcasted files called podcasts, which stands for Programming on Demand, using devices such as computers or MP3 players. Many news organizations and educational institutions publish both audio and video podcasts. Video podcasts are sometimes referred to as vodcast or vidcast. Social networking. Web 2.0 also includes the ever-increasing use of social networking. Social networking refers to any web-based service that facilitates local interaction among users. One example of social networking site is Facebook, which allows users to set up profile pages, post information for others to view. Facebook pages often contain lots of text, images, and videos. To fully view and post to an individual's page, you must be accepted as this person as a friend, which lets them control who has access to page content. Wikis. The term wiki, named for the Hawaiian word quick, refers to a site where a user can use simple editing tools to contribute and edit the page that contained in a site. A good example is Wikipedia, an online encyclopedia. Wikipedia allows its users to post new information and edit existing information on any topic. Although people have different opinions about the reliability of information on Wikipedia, it is generally viewed as a rich source of information. Proponents argue that its many active and vigilant users maintain its integrity. Blogs. Blogs are websites that the website owner regulates and regularly posts commentaries and opinions on various topics. Content can consist of text, video, or images. Users can respond to postings and read postings by other users as well. Twitter is a website where users post short messages called tweets. Twitter is considered a microblog because you cannot enter more than 140 characters in each post. To use Twitter, you must first join by creating a free account. Then you can post messages about yourself and follow other people's tweets, and invite others to follow you. It is a quick and easy way to exchange short bits of information. Video sharing applications. There are many video sharing applications such as Skype, Google Video Chat, and YouTube. Skype and Google Video Chat are free applications that you use to communicate through a video conferencing using high-speed internet connection and a digital video camera connected to your computer called a webcam. You can also use Skype or Google Chat to make regular telephone calls over the internet. YouTube is a website where you can view, or upload videos. To upload videos, you need to register with the site. On your own, you can now continue on to concepts review, skills review, and the independent challenges assigned with this chapter.